Who are the Pleiadians? Do they live among us? Is a massive arrival being prepared for the known lands? Crossing the third barrier of our world, we encounter a civilization beneath another dome, one deeply connected to the very origin of humanity. They are the beings we know as the Pleiadians. Today, their world no longer stands in balance as it once did in remote ages. Violent winds now surge from their core land, Alcyone, destabilizing the harmony of their environment within ARB 004, Pleiades. Anomalous storms, tidal pulses, and a climate system altered for generations have pushed this highly conscious civilization to the brink of collapse. It is not coincidence. It is the result of prolonged neutrality and an ancient pact with the Anunnaki that opened the gates to manipulation of their weather, their cycles, and even their genetics. This work, based on Pleiades, the ones yet to arrive, traces that induce degradation and the daring plan that may prevent their final fall. It raises crucial questions. Are they already here among humanity, or will they arrive in the near future? And if they do, under what conditions? Tall, serene, and of striking presence, the Pleiadians are described as beings resembling the ancient Nordics. Yet their true essence lies not in form, but in the vibrational frequency they sustain. Their history reaches back to the era when the first humanity inhabited Asgard. According to the records of the Great Ancestral Library, one branch of their ancestors fled the conflict against the Custodians and departed toward the circle of the Pleiades, where they founded their world environment. There, they built a civilization rooted in living consciousness, where spiritual education and harmony with the environment replaced domination and conquest. Their philosophy was both simple and profound. What is in balance expands without violence. Their cities rose from light and crystal, resonating with the energy of the dome worlds, while their schools taught not information but ancestral memory, awakening each being to remember who they truly are. Yet their story is not free of shadows. There were times when prudence became silence and neutrality turned into distance. During the Great War prior to the Reset, around the year 1728, when the human giants fought the Custodians and the Anunnaki, the Pleiadians chose not to intervene. Some called it wisdom, others silent betrayal. Since then, the bond between Pleiadians and humans has been marked by mistrust. Their peace pact with the Anunnaki, intended to preserve stability, instead opened a long era of interference. Beneath the surface calm of alliance, the colonizers' engineering altered their atmosphere, their biological rhythms, and even their genetic code, unleashing a slow disintegration that now threatens to end their world. The journey begins aboard the SCP-091, a vessel navigating passages where matter itself shifts and collapses under new rules. Even with advanced technology, there are regions beneath the Great Dome nearly impossible to traverse. Guided remotely by Helen Morris from the operational base, the crew sets course for the long-forgotten Crystal Lands. There, on the coast, they are received by Azen Ka of the entry delegation of Taygeta. No speeches, no formalities, only precise protocols suspended in the air. No active or passive aggression, safeguarding of coordinates, mirror copies of all data, no touching structures without guidance, and in contingency, follow local personnel. Everything is engineered to preserve order and memory. The Pleiadians know their civilization stands at the edge, and every movement is dictated by quiet urgency. In the Council of Taygeta, leader Kef's On presents the truth without drama. A third of their regulatory systems are gone, not by natural causes, but by external intervention. Evacuation is no longer optional, but they do not seek refuge. They seek coexistence without repeating the mistakes of the past. The plan is bold, to enter the known lands, now under custodial Anunnaki control, without submitting to their narrative. 3 precise phases are drawn. First, mixed human Pleiadian teams will integrate into rural zones to awaken ancient frequency cores. Second, school cities will be founded in neutral rings. Land der Ernüchterung, the high valleys of Asgard, the cold northern ranges, where technology serves only to sustain life. And third, visible integration, allowed only under a non-interference protocol guaranteed by third parties. No militarization, no manipulation, no amnesia. As the risk becomes clear, so does the magnitude of the threat. The custodians operate emotional tracking beacons, devices that read human thoughts and feelings from the air. In response, Tegeta offers one of its greatest relics of science, the phase beacon, a device capable of rendering the user invisible for brief intervals. Each relocation follows an irregular rhythm. Observers first, then children and elders, finally family units destined for pilot settlements. If anything fails, the command is simple and cold: deny, erase, extract, disappear. Land der Ernüchterung becomes the heart of this exodus, a corridor beyond all domes, under unpredictable skies and fractured coasts where visibility means death. There, hidden bases powered by crystal energy rise and vanish with the wind, sustaining life only long enough to allow the next movement forward. It is not a kingdom, it is a breath of survival between collapses. Pleiades, the ones yet to arrive, chronicles this impossible pact between ancestral humans and a race-fighting extinction. There are no conquerors, no saviors, only beings striving to survive without betraying their truth. We have not come to rule nor to beg. We have come to coexist and to learn, they declare, before sealing a covenant that may redefine all human history beneath the domes. This is more than a chronicle of hidden technologies or cosmic alliances. It is a revelation about the battle for memory itself, because in an age where everything can be manipulated, one thing remains sacred. Truth cannot be negotiated. And perhaps amid storms, light, and crystal, that truth is the key to understanding who these beings truly are, and why they are about to return.